We're in Italy. You got to make my bed. If we were in Germany, I'd have to make yours.
Your army training, sir.
Oh, I wish I was a loofah.
And welcome back to the Retro Review. I am Kevin, the Bearded Geek, always joined by Mikey the Freak.
What's up?
And Steve.
What's going on, guys?
If you haven't figured it out, we are reviewing the movie Stripes. But before we get into it, let's check out that trailer.
Yes, let's.
Let's check it out. Stripes.
Better than Solids. This movie was terrible.
Yeah, so
Are you stuck in a dead-end job?
We're going to be killed!
Oh, no.
Just keep your hands on the wheel and slow
That
down!
looked like the Baggins family truck.
Personal problems got you down.
You can't go. All the plants are going to die.
Well, the U.S. Army can turn your life around.
Before I knew it, she was walking next to me, singing,
do.
Join a whole new breed of professionals.
Eric Kent was so funny in this movie.
Yeah. So there were times in this movie I thought I was watching City Slickers. The music is the same as City Slickers.
Get your body into incredible shape.
Muscles, I love those muscles.
Master important career skills.
What are you going to do with that?
This and this. Who's your friend? Who's your buddy? I am.
Good old
And
PJ
represent
Scholes.
your country in foreign lands.
So, Barf, that's the second time we've seen
So
Barf
if
in the
you're a
Winnebago.
man who likes to take charge of your own life,
boom, shakalaka, boom, shakalaka, boom, shakalaka, boom.
So am I to understand that you men completed your training on your own?
That's the fact, Jack.
Jack! That's the fact, Jack!
and this looks like your kind of challenge,
Lean killer!
Mud wrestling.
You're a lean, mean...
You're a lean, mean fighting machine! I'll do it!
join Bill Murray.
They really beat the
Stripes.
shit out of him.
Yeah.
This could be the best experience of your life.
What the? A surprise party! I'll kill you! Whose idea was this? Boom, shakalaka, boom, shakalaka, boom, shakalaka, boom!
I'm sure people in the Army, Navy, Marines were probably pissed off that they walk out of an airplane out of uniform.
Right?
It's
All
all
right, so-
button open. I'm like, oh, that ain't good.
All right, so there you have it. That's Stripes. Steve, why don't you tell us a little bit more about this movie?
Well, it's the Ivan Reitman 1981 cinema classic Stripes with a running time of 1 hour and 46 minutes. Two friends who are dissatisfied with their jobs decide to join the army for a bit of fun. That's how IMDb describes it. A classic Bill Murray film. I used to rent out a local singleplex cinema for me and my friends to watch movies and get high in. And for my birthday one year, I didn't give anybody the choice. I was like, we are watching Stripes because it is my birthday and that is what I want.
It's my party.
We're not watching Waxworks. I absolutely love Stripes. It's a great flick. It's a great cast. Great facts, which we'll save for later.
Pre Ghostbusters, Ivan Reitman.
Pre Ghostbusters, Bill Murray.
Bill
And
Murray and
Harold
Harold Ramis. And
And what would have been John Candy if he had actually ended up in Ghostbusters like he was supposed to be?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, well, Steve said what he thought about this movie before.
Mikey, what did you
rewatch.
think about watching this movie on rewatch?
Oh, I love this movie. One of my favorite movies of the 80s. Watched it a lot in the 90s. Didn't realize it was as dirty as I thought it was.
Yeah, it's been a while since
Now
I've
watch
seen it
it as
too.
an
Yeah,
adult. I mean, there are a lot of titties
a
in
lot.
this movie. And I don't know, I just, maybe I didn't notice it. Maybe it was a clean movie that I watched. Who knows? But yeah, I mean, Bill Murray, Harold Ramis together is always a good cast. Tons of movies they've done together. John Candy, Joe Flaherty from SCTV. So a lot of their SCTV people. All around. John Larroquette.
Judge Reinhold.
Judge Reinhold.
Yeah, Sean Young, Judge
PJ
Reinhold.
Souls.
Yeah. So PJ Souls. So yeah, there was
Sergeant Holka.
there's tons of actors from the 80s.
I don't know anything else Sergeant Holka's done.
No.
Like, I've seen his face, but I can't place him in anything right now. But that's fine.
But yeah, no, always a great flick, always fun to watch. You would think that the Army, it's kind of a false on what the Army is supposed to be in basic training. It doesn't happen that way. The graduation is similar to that. I have been to a Marine graduation, and it's very uniformed, and every class is kind of bricked out like that. So it's pretty impressive to watch. But yeah, it's good. So Bearded Geek, what you think?
Oh man, yeah, it's been a while since I rewatched this movie, and I had a blast. Not only because of the titties, but it was a well-written, funny movie. It's
not only because of the titties.
Yeah, not only because. Hey, I'm a dude. It is what it is. Yeah, it's an underrated movie because I think when people think of Bill Murray, they think of like Caddyshack, Ghostbusters, stuff like that. I think Stripes goes under the radar a lot. And this is a fantastic movie. It's just, I laughed basically all the way through it. So yeah, that's what I thought on rewatch. Highly recommend.
They call me Psycho.
Yes. Yeah, don't touch me. Call Psycho, I'll kill you. Steve.
My name is Francis. But if you call me Francis, I'll kill you.
Yeah.
Psycho.
That should have been the opening line. Steve.
All right, Psycho.
What would you actually rate this movie?
Oh, this movie is like a solid 4.5 for me. Like, it's just always a fun time. When I put this on, it's a fun laugher. It's just a good background music. It's one of those movies that, like, you have the generalized plot, and then all of a sudden they're in Germany, like, or they're in Italy, like it's just one of those movies that I watch that you can go a long time and not watching it, and then be like, oh yeah, they do randomly go to Italy, and this thing with the Winnebago happens, like.
Yeah, they steal the Winnebago.
I don't know. It's a fun flick. I really enjoy it. So yeah.
You rated a 4.5 and you really enjoy it?
Yeah, 4.5. Really enjoy it.
All right.
Mikey the Freak, what would you rate this movie?
He's too blatantly honest, I guess. Yeah, I mean, I enjoyed it for the titties. That was it. No, I'm kidding. It's a solid 6. I think what would have made this movie a lot better if the Winnebago had wings.
Oh, I was going out of 5. I'm sorry. I have been so letterboxed that I was going out of 5.
4.5, and we're like, what the?
It's a 9.5.
1 out of 10, Steve. 1 out of 10.
It's a solid 8. I'm sorry. I was going out of a 5 range because I've been doing a lot of letterboxed. It's a solid. I've been going out of 5 for everything lately. It's a solid 8. My apologies, Mikey.
Yeah, mine was a 6 with all the bush and titty bumps. It's a solid 8. The Winnebago should have had wings. I think it would have been a lot more fun of a movie. But other than that,
prequel.
It's a great cast. Great comedic cast. Keep firing, assholes. But yeah, solid 8 for me as well. I liked it. It's always enjoyable to watch.
I'm with you on the 8. It's a solid movie. I totally enjoyed myself watching this movie. It was a great movie all the way around.
I'm glad you enjoyed yourself watching this movie.
I did. Oh, I did.
Oops, sorry.
And now for some fun facts about this movie. The cast improvised virtually all of the dialogue where they sit around and tell their backstories. This includes Bill Murray's line about Lee Harvey making it with a cow and calling Sergeant Holka a big toe. So that was all improvised. John Larroquette improvised a dialogue where he's watching the girls in the shower through the telescope, including the odd line, "Oh God, I wish I was a loofah." Let's
That's a
see.
great line, though.
It is.
It is a great line.
It is a great line. Let's see. One more. The U.S. Army was actually very helpful and cooperative during filming, which supervised Ivan Reitman, since the script depicts the military as being made up largely of buffoons.
I mean, if you're doing that as the last one, I'll add my own. This was originally a Cheech and Chong movie. This was supposed to be Cheech and Chong joined the army. And when they dropped out and it ended up not happening, they brought in Harold Ramis and Bill Murray, who did a large portion of the rewrites while filming this film.
Yeah, I believe just there's a ton of you got me saying it. Rewrites on this film.
Rewipes.
Yeah.
Rewipes.
All right, what do we have for soundtrack?
Oh man, for soundtrack, what do we got? It's all the soundtrack is by Elmer Bernstein. Joining the army, training / haircutting, The Challenge, Welcome to Port Arnold, Parade Grounds, 10 Mile Run, The Urban Vehicle, Reunion, Punches and Dreams, Found by the MPS, The Boys and the MPS, Lone Scene, Hadsburg, Germany, Homing Signal, The Russians, Border Guards Take P. The Attack, alternate ending credits, main title not used in movie.
All right. And I swear this movie had some City Slicker vibes in the soundtrack. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah.
We'll end,
Mikey the
up doing
Freak.
we'll end up doing a movie that actually has songs in it, not just instrumentals.
Mikey the Freak, what do we have for related reels, my friend?
Yeah, so I went with John Candy. If you, everybody's heard of John Candy, but I went with some kind of an odd ones. Uncle Buck, which is always a good flick. The Great Outdoors, which is one of my favorites with Dan Aykroyd.
Lips and assholes, Chet. Lips and assholes.
The other Ghostbuster, and Rookie of the Year. I like them in Rookie of the Year as well.
Oh, he's the baseball announcer.
I'm surprised you didn't go with like Brewster's Millions.
Caddyshack for Bill Murray. One of my favorite is Kingpin. And then a small cameo from a show. The show that I really enjoyed was Vice Principals. He played the principal that actually retired, so the two vice principals could go in there. So if you haven't seen Vice Principals as a show, it is absolutely hilarious. Harold Ramis, of course, Ghostbusters, Walk Hard, the Dewey Cox story. We talked about that before. And Groundhog Day. And almost every one of these movies, he's been a writer on almost every single one of them.
Yeah, he was a great writer for sure.
Yeah, and we did talk
R.I.P.
about cameos like Sean Young, John Larroquette, Judge Reinhold, and so forth.
All right. All right. Well, as we come to a close, make sure you do all the YouTuber things. Give us a good old thumbing. Hit that like and subscribe. Tell us what you thought of this movie. If you like this movie, if you haven't seen this movie, go watch the damn movie.
Watch the movie.
Exactly.
Watch the movie.
Make sure you watch the Mod Squad Network, which is the sister channel to Back to the Retro Review, where we have a movie show, horror conversation show, gamer show, and we go live every Saturday night with a giveaway. All right, that does it for this. That does it for this episode of Back to the Retro Review. So for Mikey the Freak and Steve, I am the Bearded Geek saying, if we don't see you again, thank you for being a friend.
See ya.